Do you know Army?
Do you know Army?
You know Army?
You know Army? Do you know Army?
Yes, that's an extra voice in there.
Yep, I'm Sarah.
I'm Mako.
I'm Buana.
Zoe.
And
Our guest?
I'm Quaisha.
yes, we have a guest today.
We have a guest, and in a little bit we'll let you know why she is gracing us with her presence.
Because
go ahead. No, let them know what this is about.
today we are talking about our upcoming trip to LA for
Yes.
the Commission and Dance
Yes.
Con.
Yes.
Look, I know at the last one we got a little heavy, but I don't want y'all to mistake, one, that we're ungrateful, because that's what we're talking about today, about everything we're grateful for, and two, everything we said before still stands. You're
Absolutely.
allowed to feel both things at the same time.
Yep.
Amen from the choir.
But
Like how we hate our voice for being sexy, but we love it at the same time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, baby.
yes, so we're gonna keep it lighter today.
Yeah. So, but before we keep it lighter, I do want to tag on something that we spoke about in the last podcast, and that is armies that are upset about how the ticket buying process went down coming together. And I did not have the Twitter account up before me when we talked about, and we kind of touched on the fact that there's an Army task force now that is on Twitter, and I will give it to you. It's Army TM Task Force, and the handle is all one. Of course, it's all one word. It is at ARMYT as in Tom, M as in Michael, Task Force. And you can go there, you can fill out the petition, you can fill out a form and give your experience of what happened during the ticket buying process, because they are just trying to gather up information, and according to them, they've been very candid about the fact that this may lead to nothing, but they're in it for the long haul to see where this is going to go, as far as us having a say and a voice and a comeback on what went down with the ticket buying process. So yeah, go on and do that and be a part of it.
Even if you think that you don't have much to say, every little bit counts, honestly.
Yes. Give your experience. They take the experience, all experiences. You don't have to have screenshots of what happened. You don't have to have, but any experience you had that you're upset about, give it. Become a part of the pot. The numbers increase. Read about what they're doing, what the project is doing, and who all is involved, because they have a core committee kind of that's doing this, but then they're also asking for any other volunteers of armies,
Which I did volunteer.
who may have, like, they have lawyers on board, they have law students on board, they have journalists on board. You don't have to have a specialty towards anything, but like Mimi said, she did join and say, hey, whatever I need to do to help this move forward, use me. So yeah, so that's a little spiel for that. Now let's go move forward with our exciting news that yes, we did procure tickets. Yay!
Very
For
excited.
both days.
So
and
we
the
are
whole
very
trip
fortunate.
is going to be 4 days. We're going to
Yes.
be there in LA for 4 days.
From Friday to Sunday?
No.
From Tuesday to Friday. Where are you?
You were a bit off. If you show up Friday, you will have missed everything.
From Tuesday to Sunday?
No, Tuesday to Friday.
We're
you come
taking
back
her
home.
to the airport.
We're
y'all. She's not
taking
going by
bringing her back
herself.
home because she just is lost.
I'll be left there if it wasn't for them.
Yeah.
So we are going, and y'all, I was so scared. I warned my boss. I just recently started a job, and I warned her that, nothing comes before work except my family and BTS. Now, I warned her, and then I had to sit her down, and I said, hey, so I'm going to be missing some time because we got tickets to this concert. And I was so scared. So I tricked her into thinking at first when I sat her down that I was going to quit. So she looked really, really afraid. And then I said, no, I just need time off. And then she was like, yeah, okay. All right, we can make that work. If you ever need that tact, use it.
Well, another thing is, speaking of trying to get time off from work, I have always been adamant about, if I'm not given the time off, and don't follow this example, if I'm not given the time off when it comes to something like BTS or me traveling or something like that, I just simply take it. And yeah, you can have a job here waiting for me or not, but
She's at that point.
that stuff
Yeah.
comes first. My BTS
Exactly.
concerts come first. But
Sarah, what did your boss think?
My boss said, if you are not into BTS, you're not going to get hired here.
There you go.
And my boss doesn't even know. Because I ain't started yet. I start on Monday. So we'll see how that conversation
What about your
goes.
boss, Quaisha?
Oh, well, my boss, he was quite okay with it.
Yeah,
he
was quite
understood.
okay. Yeah, he understood the assignment.
yeah, you got this.
So Quaisha will be coming with us, and that's why she's our guest today.
Because she a newbie. She a newbie to
It'll
the
be
concert
her first
It'll be her
BTS
first
concert.
First concert.
And she gets to go to 2 for her first concert.
Yeah.
So guys,
That
we
is-
procured tickets for both days. That was amazing.
God,
Considering. So can we start with, I guess, to get this in the way, because I know she's a bit nervous right now. Can you just give us a little bit of feedback, or as much as you want, on how excited you are about this being your first? This is not only your first concert. This is your first trip where you get on a plane. And
Yeah, so not only have I wanted to go to a BTS concert, but I wanted to go to LA and fly on a plane. So I get everything.
You get the whole gambit.
Right, exactly. I'm just so excited. I've been waiting for this moment for years. I'm gonna be emotional. That's all I know. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be emotional.
Can you
We're all gonna be
imagine?
emotional.
So Quaisha is often says that she wishes she was in the trenches with us to get the tickets because she wanted to feel that suffering alongside us.
okay.
I do not understand.
No,
It's
I don't
because-
want you to.
No,
She can take my place.
no, I want to because I want to understand on another level. I want to be able to say, yeah, I understand. I want to just go with it through you guys.
You understand the
Because
struggle.
Well, you know what,
We're all a
Quaisha?
team.
And I'm not going to stay in this note too long, but I'm pretty sure we'll have plenty of opportunities.
Oh,
to
yeah.
get angry in the future.
I
So,
know. I know it.
It's stressful. One thing we didn't mention about the last podcast is when we were trying to procure our tickets, that countdown, for each minute that the countdown went down, my anxiety went up. Like my legs start
Makes
shaking,
sense.
I start swaying back and forth.
and you know what else I said too? Like, as honestly stressful as that experience was, that was arguably way more stressful than the last time we bought tickets.
God,
I did
yes.
not feel that way when we bought tickets
Well,
last
first of all,
time.
it wasn't as long either.
Yes, but I did say we're not going to feel this once we are there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
may
So-
feel this way up until then, but not when we're there.
One thing I'm excited for Quaisha to experience, which we've experienced, the flooding of ARMY in a huge city. So there was this one
Yeah.
time in Chicago when we went to our neighborhood Starbucks. And every name we heard was sugar, or Jin. Is it Namjoon? You know, there's nothing but ARMY there's nothing but ARMY that's gonna be in LA when we go. So you're gonna see countless ARMY.
That stadium seats 50,000 people.
70,000?
You come down
70,000?
every time. It's
70,000.
minimum 70,000.
Minimum
and they can expand
70,000.
it.
So there you go.
And then there's gonna
70,000
be an
ARMY.
outside venue.
Yeah, now there's going to be a venue right across
At
the
the
street
YouTube
where
theater.
hundreds
Get
of
ready,
armies
LA.
are going to flood into
No,
that.
seriously, get ready.
You need a restock on everything. Make sure you
Literally.
have. Speaking of restock, BT21, y'all better be ready.
Wow, yes. A lot of
Ooh,
people who are actually
ooh.
having this trip and getting this opportunity for the first time that don't live in LA, that is one of the spots here in the States that has a line store, a BT21 store there, and we'll get that opportunity. We have one coming to Texas. Yay!
Yeah.
In the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That is not open yet, but so we get a chance to hold on to our money for a little longer until they open. But we have the opportunity to go to LA now, and for those of you, I encourage you to do try hit it, because the first time we went, we knew it was there, but we weren't thinking about it because we were so excited
Caught
about
up.
the concert until one of our family members said, "Are y'all gonna go to that pop-up store that just started?" We were like, "What? Hell yeah!"
How could we forget?
So yeah, I
And-
know y'all are excited about the concert, but don't forget that.
What kind of soothes me is that when we went there, it was still a new pop-up, right? And we completely forgot about it. So we went whenever we had the opportunity, and it was a super wraparound line for the whole block. The line actually, to say what it was, moved pretty fast.
Yeah.
And they never ran out of stock.
And it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable because you were standing in line with ARMY,
ARMY.
Yeah.
who were talking BTS, singing BTS, playing BTS. So it was
fun.
an enjoyable
It was fun.
experience.
So I expect
But
that
boy,
too.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you get inside, woo!
Oh, we went buck wild.
You lose your.
I think I blacked out.
It's a different world.
Honest.
It's a different world.
And it's crazy because BTS went to that same line store the following day.
The very next day, they went and they
Yeah.
broadcasted being
So
in the
crazy.
same up against the same characters that we were, taking
Rubbing and
pictures
touching
with.
on. Yeah, they
went
actually
in and they
signed them.
signed them. So when we go back, guys, we'll see their signature that they came and did the very next day after we were there.
Yeah.
Well, I keep asking y'all, is this line store in the same location as the pop-up store was?
I don't know. I don't
No
know.
idea.
I don't, because it's a fleeting memory for us. So
Yeah,
we
we
don't know
literally
exactly where the
blacked out.
So
location
they might
was.
be different.
Yeah, the
Perhaps.
location may be different, but the process, I'm sure, especially dealing with Army, is going to be the same, which they would let X amount in at a time. They literally had somebody at the door. They would let X amount in at a time. 2 people come out, 2
It
people
was a
can
good
go
strategy,
in. So
though.
forth and so on. It was a good strategy, and it moved quickly, and people knew what they were doing. So speaking about people knowing what they're doing, let me take this moment to get up on my soapbox and say, Armies, we are gathering in one place for the first time in a long time.
Long time.
Be respectful like we always have been. Be respectful of one another. Take care of one another. Take care
Please
of
take care of one another.
Take care of Inglewood. Take care of your hotels. Take care of the restaurants. Take
Show
care of
them our
everything.
representation.
Remember, be a better version of yourself when you're repping
Yes.
Army.
Show them who Army is. And the biggest part, I really do think, because I feel like there'll be countless Army who's there by themselves. Take care of fellow Army. You see someone struggling
out
or
for them.
confused or lost, help them. You are there and you got yours. And you are probably there with a group. So just look out for one another, you know?
Absolutely. So that I'm back down off my soapbox. Ding, ding, I'm down. So being excited. What are you excited for the most? So let's start with Tink.
Tink is crazy, y'all.
I'm excited to see the boys live.
Of
Breathe
course,
their air.
yeah.
But I'm also excited to not only experience it with, my family and friends, but to experience with Army, just all of Army.
Oh, you're gonna love it. It's
I'm just so
magnificent.
excited to just feel all of the energy,
Magnificent.
And to finally go to
It's
the
a
line
We
store.
need to learn
Oh
the
my
fan
gosh.
chant.
Oh.
I don't. We
don't know what
we have no
songs
idea what
they're
they're doing.
doing.
It's been almost 2 years. So what actually are they giving us?
Well, we
They're
know
not
they're going to
giving-
do permission to dance.
I don't think that has a fan chant, does it? Oh, we can look that up. We can
Yeah.
look
Fan
that up.
chant is singing the whole song, probably.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, there you
exactly.
go.
So
What else are you excited about?
To go to the line store. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
lie.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not excited to spend my money.
I know,
But
I
I'm
know.
excited to spend my money. if that
Oh
makes
yeah,
sense, you
we
know?
sure didn't expect to spend that much
when
money
you're
when
in
we
there,
went.
it feels like someone else's money.
Yes, it really does. That's a great description. Because you hand over the card, and I don't even think I looked at the price as they rang me up. I was like, "Here, okay, I'm taking it. I don't know what I'm spending. I'm taking
I work
it."
hard, so I know you can have. Now, let me say this about those with the line store: don't be intimidated if you do not have a certain X amount of money that you're going with, and you're on a tight budget. The line store has all kinds of things from, or at least when we went before. From clothing to pencils and pencil bags. So you can spend a lot or you can spend a little. It's the experience in itself.
Oh,
So,
it is the experience. Yeah.
What are you most excited about, Mimi?
Hanging out with Army. I really am. I'm ready to get into that stadium and just sing songs and wave
love
my Army
singing
bomb
before the
around.
concert.
And man, I like, as long as the boys is up and moving, I'll be up and moving. When they sit down, I'll sit down. Like, I am in it to win it.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Listening to what you just said, it brings into mind that Namjoon I think Hobie started the sentence, and he said, it was Hobie or Sugar, and they said something to the effect of, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if you're actually having as much fun as we're having, or you're actually into it as much as we are. And Namjoon stopped and said, "Yeah, no, don't worry about that. They're grateful. They're always into it, and never worry about the U.S. Army. The U.S. Army will always make you aware that yes, they appreciate
we
it.
happy.
They're into it. He
Hello.
literally singled out the U.S. Army.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Mimi. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, you didn't cut me off at all. But that's pretty much what I'm excited for. I was telling the girls earlier, we're at you don't know, but we're camping. We on the lake right
We're
now.
partial camping.
We
We're on the
camping
lake.
posh style. We on the lake. But what I was telling the girls was that the very first time I had seen BTS live, like Cookie floored me. Like I couldn't move, cheer. My little bomb was frozen, like I was the Statue of Liberty. Like he just awed me, and I was just floored by him. And so then I was thinking, it's been some years since we've seen them live, and it's just going to be hard not to get emotional.
Thankfully, we have 2 days.
Yeah, it's going to be hard not to get emotional because
I know I'm gonna
I've
cry.
missed them
I know,
terribly.
I'm crying.
I've missed them terribly.
I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most, because I
Crying.
know they're going to cry. They have
They're gonna cry
had
every night.
they feel it 1,000 times over. This was hard for us to take this pandemic and being away from them, but we've spoken about this before. It was hard for them to take being away from us, but it was hard for them to take also because they had to stop an entire lifestyle that they were used to that consumed them 24/7. Being a part of this family does not consume us 24/7 mentally and physically. It consumes them 24/7 in both ways. So they had to that suddenly came to a halt, and they've been very candid about that. So to now see that they watch them get this freedom, start to get themselves back. They're not going to be immediately like they were, and they've said that we're trying hard. We don't want to disappoint. First of all, you're not going to disappoint. I guarantee you
Just
that.
go
You can
and
sit
breathe.
on the stage on your
And
hind
pick up.
parts, and we would just be in there with you.
But if that green light pop on again, we would like, since we just throwing it out into the universe, I would definitely like to see a cipher. Like, I feel like we deserve a cipher. It's been more than 2 years, but I would love.
You
to
mean
have
a new one?
No, like
to do it, like to
cipher.
So that's
in
the
the
thing.
US.
So after the first 2 shows, which is the week of Thanksgiving, the weekend of Thanksgiving, we're going to be privy to what the set list is. And
Generally, because they may change it up a bit.
Yeah. So I think they would kind of do basically the same, and change it up here and there like they have before. However, it's a clear mystery as to what the set list is going to be. Before we knew, okay, it's this album, and then we're going to get the old school. We're going to get the Bapsay dip put in.
Bapsay?
But before, and can I just throw that out? Hashtag Bapsay medley. But bring the noise. But now it's like, well, okay, which album? So they're going to be pulling hopefully from a couple of albums.
They would definitely. They have their choice of albums to pull
exactly.
from.
And then and the guys I know on that V Live did speak of the set list.
Let's
the
watch that today.
playlist. So, yeah, that'd be great. So, again, back to what I was saying as far as what I'm looking forward to the most. I'm looking forward to watching them come alive again on the stage in a lot of different manners, in their performance, and how they talk with us, in the relief across their face, the smiles across their face, the tears. I'm excited about that experience with them. And I feel very privileged to be a part of that first coming out after this pandemic. I feel very privileged. I'm excited about that, to be able to share that with them, and not via the YouTube afterwards, but to be there and share it with them. For me, this is historic. The first one after the pandemic. And we shared that transition back into life, back into breathing life into us with them. That's what I'm excited about. I'm just, it's gonna be a lot of
She crying, y'all.
tears.
A lot of tears.
She already crying. So outside of being with our boys, which I'm sure I'll pass out, and then the BT21 store, which I'm sure I'll black out. I am mostly, what gives me tingles is I'm just so excited to travel. I'm so excited to pack and drive to the airport and wait in the airport and get on the plane and land and go to the hotel and drink Starbucks there. I'm just so excited for the experience. Like, it's gonna be freaking amazing. I'm so excited for it.
For the whole experience.
Yeah, it makes me so happy. It's about time.
Actually, I know funds is thin because,
Oh yeah, life.
BTS is ain't no joke. I would like to make little things this time that we can just randomly hand out to different armies.
I mean, that would be
and
great.
We can kind of figure out what we want to do.
That's always wonderful.
Yeah, but I want us to do it. I want us to make some
I'm down
random
for
little
that.
cute little whatever.
I would like to
And
pass
then
it out
just-
as we walk through, because a lot of people sit and you go to different people in groups.
No, I don't want to do that.
Let's do it when
That's
we
what I'm
pass
saying.
through.
Randomly just hand out. Like if we're at Starbucks and we see some army up in there, girl, here y'all go. Here you go.
What's up, man?
'Cause
Happy
we've been
BTS
gifted-
Day.
Yeah, we've been
Happy
gifted that
concert
stuff a
day.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were
It's
gifted
gonna be
that a
great
lot.
to see someone in the army again. Like, we all gonna bang tang again together.
And we'll know army because trust and believe. They
Army
gonna have
recognize Army.
Jim and John. Somebody gonna
And
be
they're gonna
on
be
their
traveling in
shirt.
packs.
Yeah,
They gonna be traveling in
we're
packs.
gonna see a ton of BT21 stuff everywhere.
You'll
Their
know.
chimneys and you'll see it.
You'll see someone jamming on the other side of the street, halfway down the corner, and you'll be like, Army! Army!
Sarah, what are you most excited about?
I'm excited for like a combination of those things. For one thing, I want to say about being excited to see the boys, it's just mind blowing to me to think we're gonna be coming together 2 years older,
Yeah.
2+ years older.
Yeah.
After the last time we've seen them, like when you really think about it, that's just so strange to think we are both 2+ years older since the last time we've seen each other, and to be able to see them again in that context, and like you said, Juana,
God.
in the future, however that might look like, honestly at this point I don't know, But we'll be able to look back and exactly like you said, say that transition time right after the pandemic, we were there.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's going to be so special.
Absolutely.
Whether, even if it's a terrible experience somehow, we'll be able to say we were there with them no matter what happens, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then, like Zoe said, I am also excited to travel with us specifically, because we've said all year we've been wanting a trip. We were actually already planning a trip together in December,
so we could get out of here.
Yeah, even if it wasn't a concert, so that we could go travel, because that is a thing for us. You know, a lot of friend groups have certain pastimes. Obviously, ours is BTS, but it's also traveling. You know, for
and then
us,
our funds kind of went towards the concert. So
every year, it's quite literally, what's our travel plans this year? That's what we all commonly look forward to, and I'm just so excited. We'll actually be able to get on a freaking plane.
Yes!
I'm so tired of just getting in the car and taking half trips to kind of like stay. It's like living on fumes. It's like living on snacks.
We've been living on snacks and fumes, chugging down the highway road.
Meal.
Essentially, yeah.
Even if it's peanuts and Coke on the airplane.
And I'm sorry, like, no disrespect to those who like camping. I like hotels. I'm sorry. I don't care what you want to say about me. I just like hotels. I want a freaking hotel, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Starbucks.
And Starbucks. Even though I'm excited about that Starbucks. Like,
but
whenever we go.
to different Starbucks.
It is.
You know?
It is.
Yeah, and this is not sponsored, by the way.
It is not sponsored by Starbucks.
Not sponsored by Starbucks.
No, not at all. But Starbucks is a huge part. I mean, Starbucks is a part of our family also, because Starbucks has been involved in BTS and ARMY for a few years now.
Yeah.
So,
ever since they made that first tweet, remember that tweet they made?
It started
Gosh,
on
I
Twitter.
can't remember what it was.
It started on Twitter. Starbucks tweeted something about BTS or no, BTS, not ARMY, and then I think one of the guys even responded. It may have been Cookie. Actually, has said something about Starbucks, to put something special up about Starbucks, and then that fueled the relationship.
And you know, it works because I don't like Americanos, but they make me want to drink Americanos. Like, I really want.
Coffee.
I don't
know any American who drinks Americanos.
That was my staple drink.
When
I
started
I
don't know anybody.
That was my staple
Everybody
drink.
I know drinks.
Nah, there's countless people who drink Americanos.
I don't know anybody who drinks Americanos.
that was my staple drink.
But the boys make me want
Everybody
iced
I know
Americanos.
drinks the fancy drinks,
Make that
or
stuff look good.
the caramel macchiatos.
Yeah.
I
I want what
actually
they
like
drink.
black coffee hot personally,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't mind
What
Americano.
is an Americano?
It is just
it's
watered
shots in
down
hot
coffee.
water.
And
Or ice
espresso.
water.
Yeah,
Watered down
espresso.
espresso.
And it came from the fact that Italians, the Italian way of drinking espresso was it was too strong, too harsh for Americans, so they began to add shots with water and water it down. Before it became an Americano.
Yeah.
Okay, it got the name Americano. So it's shots of espresso and water.
But I'm excited
No
to
cream, no
have
sugar?
Starbucks
You can
in
put whatever you
LA.
want in it, cream, sugar, whatever.
Gotcha.
Excited to have Starbucks in LA.
So back to Starbucks in LA. The entire experience of going and having that time and actually breathing, like I said, breathing life back into our family, our togetherness. It's gonna breathe life back into us personally. Not even me as being a part of this family, but me psychologically. And a lot of people can relate to this. Coming out of this pandemic, which I pray that's what we are doing, it's gonna start breathing life to be back out there, breathing life into ourselves individually.
Just feeling like things are, going back to normal again.
Yes.
I mean, obviously it's never going to be exactly the way it was before, but, masks or not, I don't care if I have to wear a mask the whole time. Just the fact that I'm now able to go somewhere the way we used to together and be around other people, like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So let's touch on that for a little bit. Everybody be prepared. We talked about being prepared for this, that, and the other. Be prepared. Know your stadium. You can go to Know Your Stadium on the SoFi website.
Make sure you meet the requirements. Bring everything you need, even if you don't think you need
And
it.
they might not call for it, but just in case, bring your vaccination
You
card.
do not want to be caught.
You are going to need your vaccination
So bring your
card,
vaccination
because you
card.
either have to be fully vaccinated and show proof of that. Keep that in mind, armies. Or you have to show that you have had a negative test 2 days prior to coming there or 3 days prior, but know your stadium and what they are requiring, guys.
Because you don't want to be turned away.
Read about
Yeah,
it.
do not let that be the problem.
Don't get on a plane without your vaccination card. Matter of fact, the bag you're going to take in a few weeks to LA, put it in that bag now.
Put it in
your
there now.
vaccination card.
That's
in
more
there
important
now.
than your
Make sure
toothbrush.
you bring the
You
right
said in a
venue
couple of
bags.
weeks. How long do we have before this concert?
4 or 5
month.
weeks.
A month.
Oh my
5
gosh.
weeks.
Are you freaking kidding me?
5 weeks.
Are you freaking
October's
kidding
almost
me?
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the first week of December.
Be prepared, armies. Be prepared. Those that have to actually
This
go
is
and
insane.
get COVID tested and prove negative tests. Be prepared. Know ahead of time where you can go. That it's gonna be available to you 2 days prior to or 3 days prior to you going to LA. So be prepared for
Plan
all
ahead.
of that. Be prepared for wearing your mask, regardless of showing up with proof of vaccination or showing up with proof of a negative test. We are all needing to be prepared with having your masks. Maybe 2 or 3 of them, like Sarah suggested before, the ones that are disposable. Because those of you guys that have never been, if you've even been to a concert and you've never been to our Army BTS concert, this is a bit different. You literally are going to be in it to win it for the entire time from beginning to end. So be prepared for several hours of actually being active. So if you have the disposable one, bring you several of the disposable ones.
I just thought of what we can make and hand out.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's my spiel about being prepared.
Make
Be
sure that
prepared,
your
armies.
bag is clear. Again, just check the venues, rules, print it out, check it again, because you might forget when you get there. You might get so excited that you forget something at the hotel. So make sure that you're prepared ahead of time because you want to get there early. Do not dawdle, okay? Every time we've gone and seen an entire line of Army and the concert's about to start, I'm like, yo, why didn't you come earlier?
Yeah.
Because we're there for the boys. I mean, the merch is cool, but ultimately you're there for the boys.
Yeah.
You want to be able to get to your seat in time. You want to settle in. You want to sing with Army.
And those that haven't had this experience before, hopefully it will follow suit like it has in the past. That the merch will be available the day before. Merch lines available the day before outside of the stadium. And then very early on the day of available.
I don't know what merch I even want.
So
I don't know if I'm going to get merch for this one.
I think I'm just going to get a bomb.
I think we get something small. But
and the merch process is also, I hope it follows suit as being as easy as it has been right before the pandemic. The merch process got easier because the way in which they do it. They keep the lines moving rather quickly. They've come up with a system that helps. So this should be a good experience for all of us. Just remember, like we said before, please be a wonderful representative of our family.
we want this to go well because we want them to put in more stuff.
Well, I mean, and the press is just looking for us to do something sideways and backwards. So we want to leave the city better than how we found it. So we don't want to be like, oh, Army came to LA and they left it messy, or oh, Army came to LA and they did this and they did that. Let's just be good representatives of the boys, okay?
We've had a history before, a long running history of actually being great representatives of our family. So let's continue that tradition.
Don't
now that
forget
we're
yourselves
back
because we've been quarantined.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I'm also excited about is going to Koreatown.
Yeah. So, and also, if you're going to be there for a couple of days, if you have day 1 and you're flying into Inglewood, LA, which is going to be in Inglewood, or day 2, whichever one. If you have time, there are spots to hit like Koreatown, like we talked about, the Line Store, and so forth and so on. So be safe around that and make it a full out experience. Make it a full out experience if you can.
And even if you can't, the last couple of times armies have camped out in front of the stadium or whatever, and so like it's free. You can just go hang out with Army that way too as well.
But be careful because we are in a major city. I don't know what crime is like in LA. I'm just saying.
Yeah, not necessarily. It's not. I mean, half LA is moving here, so. But I mean, it's. I don't know. I've heard of Inglewood. I don't know about Inglewood. I've heard about Inglewood.
I'm just saying, no matter what you do, stay in groups. Don't be by yourself.
I mean, but
be
even
careful.
there's a lot that's not going to be in a group. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you'll be able to recognize Army.
Yeah. Yep. So, long story short, we're extremely excited. Our hearts, as I started with, our hearts do go out to those that are going to have to just live vicariously through what we put on YouTube. But I pray also that everybody continues to have an opportunity, that our guys continue this forward.
And
we have absolutely no idea what's going to happen after these 4 dates, what they're planning, but I pray it's something good. It's wonderful. It's going to work out wonderfully, and those that have not had the experience will get the experience shortly after this.
I was saying that as people who are going, we're going to try our best to make sure that it goes without a hitch so that they add more dates, so that you guys have more opportunities. But think about that. Don't be disappointed if they don't, but be prepared if they do.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, make sure that you don't spend that money you're about to spend on this ticket. Take some extra time to save some more. Just be ready if they add more dates.
That's some excellent advice. That's excellent advice, because I honestly believe they're going to add more dates.
Yeah.
And so for those who didn't get an opportunity to come to this, I really feel strongly that you'll have an opportunity. So she's right. Save your pennies and dimes.
You arguably may have a better chance because we all spent our money on this one.
Yeah. They're doing the, if those of you guys that did not know, our guys will be doing the Jingle Bell Ball, is it called?
The Jingle Ball.
The Jingle Ball. They will be filming that right after. And a lot of celebrities will be there, and they're going to participate in that. So it'll be literally right after they finish the 4th date. I believe it's on the 3rd or the 4th that they're actually be filming it. And some armies have procured tickets to actually go to that and attend that, which armies are always trying to get tickets to whatever our guys are going to be live doing, whatever show. So with that also, be safe, be prepared, and be a good representative, because there will be a lot of artists there that are going to be represented, and you're going to be armies representing the top tier. So be a good representative there, and have a wonderful Jingle Bell Ball time.
Yes, congratulations.
All right.
Closing thoughts?
Well, when we were in Chicago, Namjoon joked and said, "Welcome to BTS's first winter concert." Now it will be. I mean, it's LA, but still, it's in December, so that's interesting. I'm so excited, though.
Yeah, and it's getting close to their end of the year activities. That's insane to be saying.
Yeah,
Their end
this end of the year
activities
activities will be a bit different from them, because obviously they're venturing out on into doing live stuff.
Yes.
And they want to continue. They said that, I do believe it, either in the last live or something. They said, I think Yoongi said it, I don't want this to be our only offline. I want to continue. No, what he literally said was, because they're about to do this weekend, I believe, are they not doing the online Permission to Dance concert? Is it not this weekend?
It's at some point.
Okay, so they're about to do the online Permission to Dance concert, and he literally said, after we do this, we're excited about it, we're ready for it, we've been geared up for it, but I hope after we do this, it is our last online concert, is what he said. So hopefully they will move forward, because they want to. They want to continue.
I imagine they're also
performances.
itching because of how much they've been working out.
I just want to know if it's going to be some spicy scenes. A little spicy.
Are you talking about my time level spicy? Because I would not argue about that.
Spicy, in person, some Popeye spicy.
I think they will get a little carried away once they see us.
They will get carried away.
Yeah.
They will get carried. They will forget choreography. They'll just party. They'll just have fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right, and I know you guys are out there excited too. And I know there are a lot of armies that are excited for those of us that were able to procure the tickets, and thank you for that. Thank you for not dousing on it, and that you're excited for us. Absolutely.
All right, and with that,
Now you know